hundreds of New Yorkers gathered at Cooper Union for a forum on the strong defending the weak from genocide. The event was sponsored by Shmuley Botiach, the famed rabbi who served as consigliere to public figures from Cory Booker to Samantha Power to Michael Jackson. At the podium where Abraham Lincoln vaulted into the national spotlight stood Sheldon Adelson, a Likudnik billionaire and top Republican donor who favors shutting down the federal government. Adelson introduced the evening's guest of honor, Rwandan strongman Paul Kagame, describing his legacy in the shadow of the Holocaust.
The world watched and did absolutely nothing, as nearly 1 million Tutsis in Rwanda were slaughtered by Hutus in the fastest genocide in world history. It took a leader of military genius named Paul Kagame to finally decide that since the world would not come to the rescue of his people, he must put an end to the slaughter himself.
Botiach welcomed Nobel Prize-winning author Elie Wiesel to the event, describing him to the crowd as a secular saint.
On anyone's list, Elie Wiesel would be on a list of the 3 most respected men alive. Ladies and gentlemen, the very conscience and representative of the martyred 6 million of the Holocaust, Nobel Peace Laureate Elie Wiesel.
Then he heaped effusive praise on Kagame.
When you saw the world turn its back on your people, you decided that they would have only one champion, and that would be you and your army who would put an end to the genocide.
Multiple UN reports have documented atrocities committed by the militia proxies of Kagame in Congo, and Philip Raytians, one of the world's leading experts on Rwanda, calls Kagame probably the worst war criminal in office today. With no opportunity for the audience to question the panelists, one protester attempted to break through the curtain of silence.
Can someone please tell this heckler that they should not disrupt the world, the face of the Holocaust to the world?
Everyone knows it. Everyone knows it. It's not a secret.
Can someone please...
State Department report. Look at the State
Now this is
Department
astonishing.
report.
We have Elie Wiesel speaking, whose birthday is tomorrow, his 85th birthday, thank God, and this man has absolutely no respect.
What is Elie Wiesel doing sitting on a podium with a person whose proxy militias are responsible for the deaths of 6 million people, half of them under the age of 5? What is the meaning of speaking out against genocide and Holocaust and crimes against humanity when people who say that are sitting next to the people committing those crimes? It doesn't make sense.
Paul Kagame, is the president of Rwanda. Rwanda and Uganda invaded the Congo in '96, and they have unleashed the deaths that we see there. They deny, right? But even the most conservative numbers bring the death toll to 5.4 million people.
One, I want to be very clear. Protect our people. I will protect our people. Number 2, the issue of M23, the issue of Eastern Congo is just a red herring.
These are 2 people who have really worked for the betterment of humanity.
I think they're both heroes, living heroes, legend. Well, Elie Wiesel, it's great. I read all his books.
And what do you know about Paul Kagame and his heroism?
He stopped a genocide. It's pretty cool.
As a vocal supporter of the Israeli settlement enterprise and an outspoken opponent of Palestinian rights, Botiach attempted to highlight the values supposedly shared between Israel and Rwanda.
In terms of UN Security Council resolutions, Israel seems to get a majority of criticism, and it's the only democracy in the Middle East, etc. There are many other similarities. So your solidarity with Israel and the Jewish people is important, given that you have a unique understanding of the kind of security concerns that Israel has.
Next, Botiach turned to Wiesel, the chairman of laud, an organization that supports Israel's colonization of occupied East Jerusalem.
Israel is part of our life. It's truly part of mine. My wife, my son, I really go there very often because we cannot not go there. Now, what does it mean? Does it mean that all of a sudden we become overly nationalistic, super nationalistic? Not at all. It simply is that we claim the right over our history. It is because we study history, because we live history, that we feel we cannot allow now anything to happen to Israel.
He is the chairman of a pro-settler organization called Laud that's building a biblical theme park in East Jerusalem in Silwan, which requires the expulsion of 88 Palestinian families and the destruction of their homes. And Elie Wiesel has openly declared that Jerusalem is exclusively the property of the Jewish people and denied any Palestinian right to the city against the international consensus on a two-state solution. So we'll be following up with Elie Wiesel, who Shmuley Boteach described as the prince of the Jewish people. Can I ask you a question about your involvement with Laud as the chairman in Jerusalem? What can the strong do to protect the Palestinians of Jerusalem from Laud's dispossession project in Silwan?
Not now.
No wisdom on what can be done to protect the Palestinians from Laud.
You need really a real answer.
We'll get it later. Okay, thank you.
Mr. Wiesel, should the Palestinians in Gaza be protected from the Israeli army?
Everywhere.
Including the 300 children slaughtered in laud? Did you support that operation?
I don't know anything about it.
You don't know anything about laud?
I'm afraid not really.
You don't know anything about children killed in Gaza?
Not really.
Considering Adelson's aggressive financial support for the political career of Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, me and reporter Alex Kane wanted to ask him what could be done to protect Palestinians from the policies of his beneficiary.
Mr. Adelson, you're a close ally, Benjamin Netanyahu. What can we do to protect the Palestinians from Mr. Netanyahu?
Put duct tape on your mouth.
Rabbi Shmuley, I thought you liked cameras. You don't want to talk to the press? Rabbi Shmuley, no word on what the strong can do to protect Palestinians from Israeli dispossession?
Let's go. Excuse me.
What should be done to protect Palestinians from settler attacks?